Guys, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Second time I had to work.
All right, let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. It is April 21st. I'm Aaron Mays. I represent District 3. I currently serve as the chairman. On my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, represents District 2. Commissioner Bill Rippon's not with us today. We've got our county clerk at the left end of the at my left of the end of the table, Lisa Schmidt, and then our county councilor, Rich Eckert, at my far right. So good morning to both of you as well. Let's dive in. First item, please.
All right, first item is item 3, consent agenda.
We've got items A through K on the consent agenda today. If there's no questions or concerns, I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business. A, county clerk. 1, consider all voucher payments.
There's vouchers this morning that total $1,467,553.01. Highlights out of the vouchers were to $256,000 to RCI Adventure Products. This was part of the payment for the Gage Park Aerial Trail, and this is from Gage Park sales tax funding. And then $336,830.27 to Bettis Asphalt and Construction. This is for payment on the Northwest 46th from Northwest Fielding Road to Northwest Rochester Road. This is a progress payment, and it's paid from the infrastructure fund. I don't have any questions regarding the vouchers and would move for their approval.
I would second. We've got a motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
A2, consider correction orders.
I will move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
B, Parks and Recreation. 1, consider approval of contract C155-2025, a Topeka ER and Hospital Advertising sponsorship agreement to advertise with logos, signs, banners, and electronic displays at Parks and Recreation, trails, sports facilities, and marquees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Director, Parks and Recreation Department. So we're excited to welcome Topeka ER and Hospital as a 5-year sponsor of trails throughout Shawnee County. This is actually our second agreement with Topeka ER and Hospital for the same thing. Our trails promote physical activity, mental wellness, and the connection to nature. These are values that align perfectly with Topeka ER and Hospital and their dedication to care and community health. I do have Jamie Nichols here, the Marketing Director with Topeka ER and Hospital. And her and I both would be open to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions?
I don't have any.
No? All right, well.
Take a picture.
So yes, let's vote and then do pictures. So let's go ahead and do the next 2 items, and then we'll stop and do like a little photo session. So,
I move to approve.
okay, second. So motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Let's do the next one.
Item 2, consider approval of contract C164-2025, a McElroy's Incorporated advertising sponsorship agreement to advertise with banners and electronic displays at Parks and Recreation, sports facilities, and marquees.
Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Department Director. Similar to our first item, we're also happy to have McElroy's here. We're proud to announce a 4-year sponsorship agreement with McElroy's in support of Shawnee County Parks and Recreation. They've been a trusted name in our community, and we're grateful to their continued investment in our parks and public spaces. Their commitment to our community makes a real difference, and we're excited about what we're going to accomplish over the next 4 years. I do have Kurt Eskelson here, who's the marketing manager, and he'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you.
Morning.
McElroy's and McElroy Electric, our two companies, had been involved in the signage sponsorship program for the last 4 years, and that was great. And then Eric Van Beesler and Sean Ziers and their team have reinvigorated that program and done a super job, and we're very excited about this opportunity to help support the recreation centers and the ball diamonds and the aquatic parks so that people can get out there and have a chance to lead healthy lives. So again, thank you for this opportunity.
That's great, thank you. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. All right, let's take a little break and do a couple photos real quick, if you don't mind. You guys are.
Yeah.
Just right here, and then, so let's just do PER first, and then we'll do 946.
No.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, well, thank you to both of those companies. Congratulations to Parks and Rec staff for securing that funding. That's really good to see community partnerships. All right, next item, please.
Item B3, consider approval of contract C157-2025, an amendment to contract C60-2025 with Landmark Aquatics for additional necessary repairs found during work at Shawnee North Aquatic Center, slides and slide towers. $12,246.15 increase to contracted price with funding from the Capital Maintenance Fund.
Good morning again, Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Department. So back in February of 2025, this board gave us permission to refurbish some slides at Shawnee North. And when Landmark got on site and began that work, they discovered that we had some bigger issues, or some other issues, I should say. Specifically, there's a lot of, I showed Commissioner Mays prior to the meeting, but there's the bolts and things on these slide towers looked fine when you just looked at them from the outside, but as I started to take things apart to do the work, they noticed that they were rusting out on the inside. So there was quite a bit of that needed to be replaced that they just didn't catch. And frankly, we didn't catch it either. So we don't blame Landmark. Actually, we're pleased that they were able to find this and bring it to our attention so that we can address it. There's a lot of rusted bolts, and then also there's some little bit of an issue with one of the slides, and the fact that the fiberglass has actually started to wear a little too thin and not support the slide the way that it should. So they want to repair that while they're here, and all of this I think will be good for us in the long run. Will not affect our pool schedule. We'll have all this, if you approve it, we'll have all this work done prior to the pool's opening. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
No.
No, I would say though, I mean, it does seem like we've spent quite a bit of money on these slides, but I think it's well worth it. I mean, safety is the most important thing, and I saw that screw you had, it was pretty rusted.
It
so,
is.
I
Pretty
mean,
scary.
I'd rather we replace that than have people use a slide that's not safe, so.
Commissioners, concerned citizen Liza Jane Eckert told me this morning, please get this done.
Okay, it'll be done, right, Tim?
It'll be done.
Right, okay. All right, I would make a motion that we approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Wow. All right, next item, please.
C, Department of Corrections. 1, consider approval of contract C 166-2025, an amendment to the existing agreement for fiscal year 2025 between Community Corrections Juvenile Intensive Supervision Program and Halley Counseling Services, PA, to fund a parent group for an additional $3,683.28 to be paid using juvenile grant dollars.
Good morning, Steve Willis, Department of Corrections. Overseeing Community Corrections, we have already had a contract with Haley Counseling to do some work in-house for some programming for our youth. This is just in addition to, after having conversations with our division manager for our juvenile services, Erin Hicks, her and the member of Haley Counseling that oversees these services, kind of identified a new program that would help encourage some of the parents that we work with to change some of the things that they're doing with the kids in terms of working with some behaviors. So our goal is that we increase this program to help the success of the youth that we're working on. This would include only grant dollars, so no county funds would be used.
Okay, any questions?
I don't have any.
No, sounds like a great program.
Absolutely.
I make a motion that we approve the contract.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Item 2, consider approval of contract C 167-2025 with Epic LLC and contract C 168-2025 with Working Together LLC, service agreements integrating both providers into the community correction supervision process under the new Second Chance Act grant and the Community Corrections Mental Health Initiative.
Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Willis, Department of Corrections, overseeing Community Corrections. Lisa, thank you for sharing that. That was a lot, but this is a really great day for Community Corrections and really the community and those that we serve within our community. Community Corrections serves on average, an average population supervision-wise, about 680 adult probationers at a time. Months ago, we came to you with a grant that we were putting together to help introduce a mental health initiative. And today is the first opportunity where we get to see that pushed forward and we start the real work of getting mental health focus within Community Corrections. And today we have a really great team that I want to celebrate as we've been working through this 3-year grant process of getting it up and going. It's been pretty tedious, but at the same time, exciting. First, I want to thank our audit finance team, Jennifer Sauer and her group, for really helping us get this up and going, identifying the policies that needed to be made so we can meet these federal grant assurances. And then I just want to give a shout out to our Community Corrections team, Trenton James, Erin Hicks, and Jennifer Augustine for all of their work, the trainings that they've had to go through federal-wise, getting this implementation guide that turned into like a 60-page handwritten document that we had to create to get up and going. And then our 2 new, if this is approved by our county commissioners, therapists that we will have in-house, Zanea Armstead and Daniel Martin. We will soon be able to provide free mental health assessments and free mental health treatment to our probationers who need that. And as we've shared before, roughly 20% of those that were revoked last year were due to mental health impact, something that we can address with drug addiction treatment and mental health treatment. Those things that we focus on there will help us have a safer and healthier community, and we're excited about that opportunity within Community Corrections. I'll happily stand for any questions, and then I would just ask that you approve this, and we'll be pushing forward.
Any questions?
No, I think this is great. I think that there may be some people from the groups here that I don't know if we want to have them talk or address kind of what we're going to be working on.
Yeah, we'd love that. If Daniel or Zanea would like to come up.
Good morning. My name is Zanea Armstead. I'm a mental health therapist here in Topeka, Kansas in private practice.
Good morning, I'm Daniel Martin, and I have a master's in social work. Before I had a master's degree in social work, I had a PhD out in the streets and out in the community. I come with lived experience, and I became the person who I needed when I was going through the same situations that I see the people in our county and our communities are going through. I became that person. So I own 4 Oxford houses. I have a job staffing agency where when a person gets out of jail or when they get out of rehab, they come to my Oxford house. I help them with jobs. I help them with support, and I give them a place. I help them get a place to stay. So I'm not here to actually give them, I'm not here to actually do everything for them. I'm here to let them do something for themselves. And we have a big support team out in the community, and I thank you guys for allowing me to be able to solidify this agreement.
That's great. Thank you both.
I mean, I think mental health and working with that, and I think that addressing recidivism was a big piece of what we wanted to see in community corrections and how we can reduce that, and making sure that people have a firm foundation in mental health is a piece of that.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, thank you. I would make a motion that we approve the contracts.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item D, Information Technology. 1, consider approval of the request to use $3,728 from a project budget to purchase additional security cameras for the courthouse.
Morning, Commissioners. Mark Price, Information Technology. This is just a request. We had some areas at the courthouse that with construction, we needed to add some additional cameras. When we went to look for funding, we have that project budget that is not being used and would like to use some money from that. This quote was acquired via state contract.
Questions?
Nope, second. I'll make a motion.
All right, motion by Commissioner Cook. I will second. So second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
E, Emergency Management. 1, consider approval from Emergency Management for CIP 2025 Communications Encryption Project and CIP 21 speakers sustainment for a total of $129,021.70.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dusty Nichols, Emergency Management. Pretty self-explanatory, previously approved, just trying to execute for sustainment.
Questions?
No.
All right, I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Thank you. Next item.
2, consider approval of Emergency Management to get quotes to move forward with the CIP 25 project pertaining to EOC regional equipment sustainment in accordance with the Shawnee County purchasing policies.
Again, same situation, previously approved, trying to execute.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Next item, please.
I did not see anyone signed up for public comment.
I did not have anyone signed up. So next item.
Item 6, Administrative Communications.
Any administrative communications today? Wow. Okay.
Right.
Commissioner Cook?
I don't have anything to add. I'm sorry.
Okay. Neither do I. So I will say, though, we will not be here Thursday. So next meeting will be Monday of next week. So next item.
Executive session.
We do not have a need for executive session, so we are adjourned.